5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. The only thing we have to fear is fear.
Mile 18.
This is Endurance Nation.
Are you tired of just losing your fitness every year? Of getting out there on the open road come springtime and everyone else is still faster than you and you're not making progress? We understand. We created the Outseason program just for you. It's a 14-week protocol for triathletes and gravel cyclists with an opportunity to lock in through your Zwift workouts and focused training to unlock your potential by targeting functional threshold and high VO2 workouts with some endurance on the weekends. We build your fast before you're far. So by the time you get to the spring, you can turn down the fast and start adding some volume when the weather gets nice and unleash your endurance potential. Stop following the same program and hoping you get different results. Head over to endurancenation.us/outseason to get our 14-week program for one low price now.
Hey team, Coach Patrick here, trying out a new point of view, talk to you here from the kitchen office, as it were. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Been following Ironman Lake Placid online, seeing friends and athletes competing up there. Not sure if you have anyone racing this year for the team, although I did help quite a few of our community members who are beyond the paid membership here, who are doing the race and looking for strategy and help and assistance. So always fun to kind of see that race shake out and go down. I was up in Rochester this weekend, went from New York City this week up to Rochester to kind of support my kid for a camp. I wasn't able to make it, but just kind of great to watch things unfold overall. Super excited for the end of July and heading into August. This is the final block of summer racing. I know some of you have some half iron and gravel racing events coming up, not just on the Leadville side, but also on the Steamboat side, and also on beyond Steamboat into sort of like more of the classic races. So for those of you who are thinking about continuing a race in the summer, I'm here to support you as always if you've got questions or want feedback on your race plan. For those of you who are just joining us, looking ahead to next year already, or trying to plan ahead for the fall, do know that the out season does start in November. But until that point in time, we've got plenty of time to get outside and do a lot of great work. There's a couple different and unique ways that we can think about building our fitness to make sure that we're on track. And if you pause for a second, I will relocate and I'll share some of those with you in a second.
We are so back right now outside my outdoor office. A little cup of afternoon coffee, plenty of towels here from being at the beach and being outside. Man, I just love summer. All right, so the three things to think about here as you're heading into the summer and looking at some of these late summer, but before fall early races. This is a unique spot in your year, which often, as I sort of recognize myself, ends up being the Bermuda Triangle of your season, which is to say that it's not the early season race that you prep for and you work so hard for. It's not the late season race when temperatures are cooler and you've got more fitness in your legs. It's this block of time when training is more costly with the heat. You haven't had a ton of time to rest between events or between your big event and where you are now. And you've got lots of other demands on your time, be it life or otherwise. Summer becomes sort of unique from a professional and personal standpoint in terms of like different commitments changing. When you're outside of the school year window, that 9-month window that sort of affects all of us at work here in the States, things become a little more dynamic and challenging. There'll be times when you have to do extra work in certain days or weeks and other weeks where there's no one else in the office or no one else in the industry, and then you got a little more time to yourself. So how do we handle this balance of dealing inside the space? Number one, we recognize that this Bermuda Triangle area and we respect it. We say like, listen, I may or may not feel great at this point in time, and I have to make decisions based off of it. Particularly those of you who are super motivated and have been training and racing for a bit this year, trying to head into this block and peak is really hard. Okay. Number two, in terms of being successful this time of year, I really would recommend that when we think about traditional building and traditional volume, what most people will do is they'll just sort of take every week and they'll just kind of raise it a little bit every week. Maybe they have a rest week and then they'll go back and raise it up again, etc. That's fine because if you're raising it all the whole time, there's a couple different ways you can do it. Either you're doing it sort of commensurately across all days of the week, or maybe you're just keeping the week the same and you're raising weekends. At this time of year, I really want you to encourage you to go to that secondary strategy, which is keeping the week's baseline and quality and letting the weekend volume go up and down accordingly to help you meet your goals. Very tempting to, in the summer weather, be like, the sun's up early, I'm going to go long. I'm going to go long during the day, during the week. I'm going to go long on the weekend as well. the recovery cost of sessions right now are so high. And you've also, by doing volume and by doing longer sessions, be they races or race rehearsals, have lost some of that higher end fitness. This time of year is actually a great time to recover, recharge, and actually do some of that quality work to get back your mojo and the shorter interval type stuff. Not that you're going to break new ground, but you can sort of refresh that part of your arsenal and allow you to get back out there and be more successful in the fall. Okay. And then number 3 is just really making sure we're doing that post-workout self-care. It starts with hydration, it's followed up with protein, and it's absolutely making sure that you're doing everything you can during the workout as well to not fall behind. Again, a 5 or 10 degree difference in the day, and now that humidity is also involved, can really detrimentally affect you beyond. So not so much about the second half of your workout being bad. When you take a look at your workout data and you see that the second half was challenging, what that's really telling you is that the next 2 days, depending on how long that second half was for, could actually be very challenging as well. So we always recover, we always rehydrate. If you can't weigh yourself pre and post, you can do a good job of knowing, like most of our athletes do, how much fluid you need to take in and how much you actually took in. You can pretty much ballpark it using that delta. So if you were going to take in 6 bottles, but you had 4, you know that you're 2 bottles down in your day, and you've got to get 2 bottles back into your system. Losing weight, always great for an endurance athlete. Losing weight because of a long workout and a hot summer day, not great for an endurance athlete who has goals and objectives. That dehydration is the kind of thing like chronic sleep or chronic fatigue that can slowly eat away at you as an athlete, and you have to be very careful in these summer months. If you, like me, are falling into this Bermuda Triangle time of year, just be patient. You're here because you did a lot of work early, so don't beat yourself up about it. Instead, recognize that, hey, I've done a ton of work. My body is saying, I can't keep doing lots of work for a long period of time. I'm going to take a dip. I'm going to manage this dip as gracefully and as intentionally as possible with the hopes that we'll get those numbers back up again for the fall when the weather really changes. In a way, staying consistent and having done a lot of work are 2 great tools for us to make sure that the fall will be great. But it only happens. The magic only comes to be if we're actually able to be smart now in this Bermuda Triangle time of year. So enjoy the Bermuda Triangle, put on lots of sunscreen, be smart, make great decisions. I'll see you at office hours, and I'll see you at Coach Drop-In this week. Be well, everyone. Take care.
Endurance Nation.
Hey, podcast fans. I know you love the podcast because here you are, you're listening to it, and you're still listening to me talk right now. Did you know you can get content just like this in your inbox once a month? We send out a great newsletter. We call it, guess what? The Unfair Advantage. That's right. It's our information to you, something that separates you from the competition. If they're not here, then they don't know. But if you are here, then now you do. 0 excuses. If you go check us out online at endurancenation.us/newsletter, it's your opportunity to enter your email address, sign up for these updates. They come once a month, sometimes twice a month, depending on my race schedule. And it's your chance to get insider information that's going to help you become a better, smarter athlete. Don't miss out on this chance to get ahead of the competition. It doesn't cost you any money, and it's not a ton of work. It's just your email address. That's endurancenation.us/newsletter.
For more information about Endurance Nation, visit us online at endurancenation.us. The provided music is from the Podshow Podsafe Music Network. Check it out at music.podshow.com.